Hello, everybody. Welcome to the network. My name is Haze, and I want to say thank you for joining the community. I'm very happy you're able to join. I'm new to cryptocurrency, but I'm very excited. I see, within a 2-3 month period, I've learned very complicated things in such a short amount of time. That's gotten me very excited for the future. And I'm pretty sure most of you are on some type of level within that range. It's how you might have come across me. Or I might just be talking to myself online, just kind of doing like a self journal, trying to, you know, uh, keep a track record or a video record of my progress in cryptocurrency. Hopefully, this is the beginning. Years down later, maybe this might progress into something, maybe it might not. But hopefully, at the end of it, we're all successful as a community. And in order to help ourselves gain knowledge and gain better insight into towards the investments, the companies, everything crypto, basically, I decided to create this channel and network in hopes that members join. We turn into a community in which we all share useful platforms, useful information, global news revolving crypto, and for us to basically move forward in our journey together. And so, welcome to the network. My name is Haze, and thanks for joining. This is just the beginning. Today, out of all days, I chose to begin the channel on a day when the market is down. Bitcoin right now is around 9,800 or so. And today is Wednesday, January 17th. And I invested in crypto since November. And I'm still very hopeful. I'm not scared. There was an event where I was scared. And I did convert some crypto over into Bitcoin, which resulted in a loss. But I've learned in different ways from trading, swing trading. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. I'm trying to grasp everything as much as possible because I'm very passionate and excited about crypto. I'm pretty sure there's a whole new wave of people that are also excited, but I don't think everyone's gonna be able to hold, or a lot of people like myself, when I first got started, many of my moves were emotion based and instinct based. I did look at graphs, but I didn't absorb them. I didn't look into the patterns or the details. I just looked at them and I thought, hey, this looks like a good investment. Sounds pretty cool. Cool name. The website looks pretty dope. I like the video. Let's put money into it. And I bought in at highs sometimes, and at times I bought in at lows and I sold at highs. And I did have good picks. In the beginning, I was very we're all excited about the gains, but we don't think about the loss coming, with the corrections and things like that. And so I've gained a little bit of experience with that. I'm not a veteran. I haven't been around since 2010 or 2013, 14. And I just got started 2017. It's 2018 now. But I see myself sticking with this because I am excited about the technology. Out of everything that Bitcoin and, this new cryptocurrency economy offers, I'm most excited about the technology behind it and what it can do for us as a society and as a human race. And so, in the beginning, it was about the investment opportunity, about the money. But as I've grown, as I like to say, an investor, my perspective in cryptocurrency has changed. And I finally see a much different angle than the narrow-minded view that I saw in the beginning. And funny story, I actually started with BitConnect. And BitConnect shut down yesterday. It went belly up. My friend invested heavily in BitConnect, and he told me about it, and I was skeptical about it. I'm very happy I was skeptical about it. But I was skeptical about it, and in the beginning, I think we're all referral driven with these companies that are MLM like. I did a company called Vima in 2013 when I should have been doing Bitcoin, but it was referral based. It had a great product behind it, though. I'm not gonna down it on that because it had an amazing product, and it still has an amazing product. Vima stands for vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, and aloe vera, which are essential ingredients in every product of Vima. And it wanted to compete against Monster because most energy drinks are unhealthy, and they have high amounts of caffeine and foreign elements that I can't even pronounce sometimes, or I just don't recognize, to be honest. And so Vima wanted to compete against that market, but it was a bit expensive. It grew too fast, too quick, and I saw a big dip. And at that point, I saw that more people were excited about the referral program as opposed to the actual product, and that's when I decided to pull out. I did have a team. I did recruit people, but we all learned from this. I might not have been I was being fine tuned. It was a big learning experience. I did become a leader, but I also had to take responsibility as a leader for not continuing the program and having some of my members be a part of it. But I explained to them why I couldn't continue, and I did apologize to a degree. Not everything turned out as we planned, but this is where the big difference came. As for me, I still continued my journey. Just because one platform didn't work for me, it didn't mean that I was going to give up and give up on those dreams of everyone has their unique dream, but mine is just to own property. I live in the Los Angeles area in California, and the cost of living here is tremendously expensive, and we're being hit with gentrification, and just the prices are going up. It's supposed to be winter, but we're fighting fires. Not just I'm not complaining. We live in California. It's one of the best places to live in the U.S. And I know that the world is still moving, and there's wars going on. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world that should be paid attention to, and deserves its moments. But the media blacks it out, or most of us are caught up in other things in our daily lives, which is reasonable. But just like cryptocurrency, our mindset is very fresh and new, and it can be very narrow, and it's not until you actually pay attention that you see that there's a bigger complex picture. And the more the more you understand, the better grasp of reality around it you have, giving you either more confidence within your investments, or letting you know that you maybe should convert it into something else. But same thing with life, same thing with the world. There's things that we individually don't understand because our governments represent us in a way that they actually don't represent us, and we are kept in the shadows of their agendas, and not everything is in the media, or sometimes there are events that are very popular that keep us distracted from political events going on in the background, laws being passed, threats being made, and things like that. But I'm very excited about cryptocurrency, and that's what led me. Like everyone, I have a very complicated life, and one thing about me though is that I've always tried my best in work, my best in life, and I was hit with an unexpected curve in life where my health was affected, and my road path, my journey absolutely changed, and it didn't turn out to be the way I expected. Um, Life didn't turn out to be the way I thought it would, but I hit rock bottom, to be honest with you, and it wasn't until I got the strength to try to overcome this health problem and try to live with it as best as possible that I can with as much time that I have. I came into terms that I can either, wither away and, become nothing, or I can try. I can try, by going to school, finishing what I started. I can try by furthering my part-time businesses online, which is what led me, through my friend's referral to BitConnect over to cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin and altcoins, and the whole amazing world and technology behind each concept, and how each investment from every individual, from the market cap being at 400 billion all the way to almost 800, and yesterday and today going back down to 450. There are people behind this who strongly believe in these concepts as well. It's not just a gamble. It's not just about making the money or the profit, or it could be a combination of all those, like myself. But there are people whose beliefs are kind of leaning towards these concepts that can become a reality through this shared consciousness of these ideas. And so my name is Haze. There's a lot to talk about. Join me in the community. Become a member just by tuning in, doing as best as possible to participate, and together let's see where the future for these technologies and cryptocurrency and blockchain, let's see where it goes. There might be an evolution, there might be something better than blockchain, is what I'm trying to say. We don't know, but blockchain could be the beginning. And so let's see where all these opportunities that come from blockchain, let's see where it takes us. And I was skeptical in the beginning because of BitConnect, because I was, how can you put money into something and then you're going to, almost 400% your ROI. Your return on investment is gonna multiply by 400%. I had seen results from previous times, but I was skeptical, and so while my friend invested heavily, I only invested 100, and it closed its doors yesterday. But taking that risk, of saying yes to BitConnect, even though I horribly don't recommend you going to any lending site. I'm not a financial advisor, but by the way, so this is just more my experience, and as a shared community, if something looks to be legitimate and looks to be a good investment, then as a community, I'll probably be the first, to show it within this network and try it out before I ever, release content of it, and give good reviews about anything. But either way, I took a risk. That risk did not pay out, but in a way it did, because that small $100 BitConnect loan that was lost yesterday turned into something much more. It turned into an opportunity that I couldn't pass, which was cryptocurrency. And the more I learned about it, the more I wanted to know and the more questions I had. And so I just, instead of waiting for somebody to answer the questions, I just went ahead and I looked for the answers myself. And previous to this, I started a Pokemon channel, a Pokemon Go channel. I know. That was one of the best gaming experiences that I had last year. And I also created a YouTube channel where I filmed some of my experiences with some of my friends in Long Beach at the Pike. It was a tremendous life-changing experience, and I made such good friends, and the community is still, thriving, and I still hang out with them here and there. But I'm definitely not focused on Pokemon Go, like I used to be. Um, but it's all leading to this network and this channel, where I decided, hey, even though I may be talking to myself, or maybe there might be somebody out there who's fairly new, has an outside perspective compared to these big YouTubers who seem to be whales now, and they seem to be manipulating the market whether they realize it or not, to their advantage. And it's kind of, I'm here to create a channel in which clarity is the main focus, and transparency and communication, not manipulation, is one of the key ingredients to make this channel successful. And so, continue to watch if anything I said is interesting. I'm invested in different cryptos, and I've made losses, but I've also made gains, more gains than in just fiat wise or Bitcoin or crypto wise, but knowledge based of what's going on with technology in the future, the banks, the governments. And I personally was a conspiracy theorist. I hope that doesn't bring a negative connotation, but the good thing about that is that I always questioned everything. There was a point growing up where the history books just didn't seem correct, and all the viewpoints it didn't relate to me, and I had more suspicions and doubts than actual answers. And 9/11 happened. I was a kid, like 11 years old, and I witnessed that through the television. My teacher actually put it on, and I witnessed an event that changed the world. Even though I was a kid, I didn't fully understand it, but not until I reached 17 that I started, YouTube became, very popular, and the internet started to grow, and you could have information at the tips of your fingers, and, more people took advantage of these platforms. And I started, looking into 9/11, Freemasonry, the CIA, governments, presidents, royal families, dating back from, the pharaohs in Egypt, migrating to Europe, becoming the royal family. And the royal family, through other royal families, they gained the power of J.P. Morgans, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, you name it. But, slowly started to find out that not everything that I was told or taught by my teachers, or this system, was correct. And I questioned everything about it. And to this day, I still do. Not as intensely as I did before, but I still do. And that's what led me to, this little revolution as well, cryptocurrency, where, trying to decentralize power. I have my own opinion as to where I think cryptocurrency will lead. It may not be the revolution that we totally want. It may lead to more opportunities where the regular person has a hold of technology and, assets that may be beneficial. But let's say, crypto becomes finalized within our society. Imagine everybody, would have to participate in blockchain, and imagine being cut out of the blockchain where you wouldn't be able to buy or sell. That's a whole different aspect, but, I'm excited for the whole futures, the whole future of cryptocurrency, where it can lead, where these investments can go, whether they can be life-changing or not. I don't want to be rich. I just want a property of my own. I want to be able to provide for my parents, my mom, and I have no siblings, but I do have great friends, and a few relatives here and there, and great support systems, different organizations that I belong to, that I've met, brothers and sisters, and amazing, friends that I've become family. And so, I just want to be able to live comfortably, and with a piece of property. I don't want to, be rich and, buy a Lambo, which seems, the milestone for crypto success, investors or success stories. But I would just not want to worry about money, and be able to explore my different passions through entrepreneurship or businesses, or through sharing, like YouTube at the moment. But there's different decentralized platforms, ideas, on the way. And so I would definitely want to take advantage of the newest opportunities that crypto can bring about in the future. And this seems like a start. It's a good way to document my progress, my ups, my downs, my learning curves, the newest information, and to be able to hold myself accountable to kind of do this daily. And so once again, I'm pretty sure this is taking forever already. Welcome to the network. My name is Haze, and let's continue our journey together.